All right, big fella.
What the hell is on his head?
Smokes. That looks like.
Did you guys watch the
sweat?
Did you guys watch the Grammys?
Wait, hold on. I do want to talk about something. Well, it's part of your topic.
Go ahead.
I don't even remember what topic.
I don't want to sound like I. First off, I'm getting old because I read through the list of Grammy winners. I didn't know who the any of them were.
Right.
Second thing, if Beyonce is country music,
I'll kiss your fat white ass.
white or lily white ass.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yes.
It's so stupid.
I can't handle it.
No. That bitch is only trying to do whatever she can do to get one because she ain't never had one.
Here's what I'm going to say.
But Jay-Z's part of the Illuminati. So.
Yeah,
I've not heard this song.
Or
but
he was
I know
a
it's
Diddy
thing.
party attendee, allegedly.
My kids were talking about this today about Beyonce. But there's been times in the past when Willie Nelson did 7 Spanish Angels with Ray Charles. That made some different charts, like it stepped outside of the country genre into another one. Tim McGraw did a song with like Nelly or somebody, I don't know, one of them fellers back in the early
I don't know why you were
2000s.
looking at anybody over
I
there
thought
like they were going to know
I thought Gina
what
was
you
gonna
were
know.
talking about.
But I think plenty of country folks have dipped their toes
It's like
in other
Posty,
genres.
like our buddy Posty.
Same
I mean, he
thing.
started out as a white rapper, and now
if you
look at him.
listen to, and I'm going to tag him in this if I remember, but
Okay,
David Allan Coe's son Tyler Mahan Coe has a podcast I've mentioned before, Cocaine and Rhinestones, and he just talks about the history of country music. And what he brings up is how every major era in country music, like that we look back, like George Jones, we say is classic
cash
country
her out,
music.
buddy. I'm good.
But when George Jones was new, he was considered pop country because it was
Yeah.
so different than everything.
But the whole thing of it is the setup the year previous when Jay-Z got on stage and said, it's bullshit, my wife hasn't won Album of the Year at the Grammys. And then all of a sudden she puts out a fake country music album that she didn't write shit that brought to her. You could play her song, that one song that made the radio from this country album, and it's a pop song.
I wish. Who was it? Was it the MTV Music Awards when Taylor Swift won?
No, that was the Grammy.
Wasn't that Kanye, I mean?
Oh, by the way,
who
his
was
wife showing up
Unreal.
naked on the.
Well,
Unreal.
she had a slip on, but it was like see-through.
She worked
You
out.
could see her vagina.
Whoa.
You could see
Well-
her vagina. Like if you go on Twitter and look at the uncensored photos, like you could literally see her labia on the photos.
she
So
had a
not to
dowdy.
get too personal.
yeah.
She has an outie.
What do you mean? It's all over the internet. Like it was. That's the whole
it goes
thing.
back to the joke.
They weren't even invited to the Grammys too. Did you know that? Like they just crashed it. Like they got kicked out and all kinds of shit.
Do you think Kanye's that weird or is just
I think
act?
he's super weird. I was
I
talking
think he's
about
heartbroken from that Kardashian gal, and he just doesn't know how to recover from it. Since he's
I'm
been
sure his
catered to.
kids north and west are really upset too.
When you say that real fast, do you think they get confused?
Northwest. God,
You're in the car, and you hear that. So, anyways, you're talking about Will Smith's kid that
Jaden had a
black-
vampire. It was a vampire-esque castle on his head.
Ward all night. I heard.
I don't really get like what the backstory or like where that came from, other than just
Well,
to,
let's look at the history of the Smith family.
in West
You got-
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Instagram spent
Yeah.
most of my days.
yeah.
But
So didn't he have a little
Maybe it's
stint
Uncle
where
Phil's house.
didn't he have a little stint where he wanted everybody to believe that he was gay too, like after Karate Kid? Wasn't that it?
something like that. But you got to look at it. Will's a weirdo to that extent. He probably,
Keep
and-
my wife's name out your
then
mouth.
Jada
that
would
poor
just-
kid's mom is in love with Tupac, who may or may not be dead, and then
Tupac's not dead for sure.
no.
but that's who she was like.
Well, yeah. Then she talked like, could you imagine your wife is in the lounge right
Make
now.
a wish.
No, I did not. Your wife's in the lounge right now. We're recording this for everybody. If she would come up here and be like, yeah, banging a bunch of different bros. Like, how do you like, and then you just,
I mean, I'd start with a fair amount of hooters.
I got into a situation like that with a group of fellas that was
did you go to one of them upside down pineapple parties?
no, but I think the phrase was if you knew how many dicks has been ran through your old lady, Or if I knew how many dicks, it was something like how many dicks have been run through, like your spouse, like I can't believe you're still here type thing, like you're such an idiot. I think that's what Will Smith, what you were probably thinking about Will, like if he knew it, like, or maybe he.
I mean, she told him.
Yeah, she's pretty open.
And then they
but
come
while
they
and
were
say, together. She was having entanglements. With
entanglement.
And then she was saying, like, well, we're in an open
conjugal
marriage.
visits with some other is what I'm talking about. So Jaden Smith waltzed to the Grammys with a Louis Vuitton suit with a vampire-esque castle on his head. It's not clear why the Smith family, son of Will Smith, had the regal headpiece plopped on.
He's in the bill,
but he does have a habit of carrying most peculiar accessories at these sorts of events. After all, he carried his own severed hair at the 2017 Met Gala, which we've talked about the Met Gala before, which is a weird deal in itself. But it said that the designer, and this is literally not a joke, hails from Transylvania. And it said the wearable vampire castle headpiece was selling for about 4,500 euros at around 6:30 p.m., and there was still one in stock. So the inhabitants of the vampire castle are warriors of legend, fearless, bold, eternal. So, yeah, this dude literally had a...
don't give that bullshit. He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
They're all weirdos.
Yeah.
They're not normal people. And when Ricky Gervais got up at the Golden Globes and said, come up here, accept your award, thank your God, and sit your happy ass down.
Yeah, don't use this platform. Yes.
You're not even close to being, like, I don't know if they've released the numbers of the Grammys.
Yeah.
But if you're still watching it, you're in the minority.
Yeah.
Because people, they're so out of touch with society. We don't talk politics until we do.
So did you see Chappell Roan's? You didn't watch anything to do with the Grammys. So Chappell Roan is the one that sings the Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, you can explain it all day. Not a clue.
Yeah. Anyway, the Pink Pony Club. My girls love that song, right? So she wins a big for song of the thing or whatever. She wins the award. She gets up and she's gay from a small town in Missouri.
Okay.
And she signed with a
down
label.
on the Current River.
She signed with a label for a deal, and then they dropped her. But in the meantime, she had quit her job and was pursuing this record deal, and like they had promised her a bunch of shit anyway. So she gets up, does her acceptance speech about like, it's tough being gay. I'm a carpet muncher from Midwest Missouri, and all this stuff, blah blah blah. But then she said she basically took a shot at all the record companies, like for fair treatment of upcoming artists. Like you're supposed to pay them well, supply them with insurance, basically carry out what you're supposed to carry out, because a lot of these people are, getting
I don't know if you can put it on the whole record
selling
label
their soul
thing,
to the devil and
because
stuff like that.
You had Casey Musgraves, and there's no one, Ashley McBride, I think. That might not be, but a couple of them are lesbian. And they were supported well from the beginning, and I don't think it was like
no. But his point of it is,
I don't know if Ashley McBride's a lesbian. That might be the wrong name. So Ashley McBride,
I don't even think Casey Musgraves is. By the way, I think you're.
Yeah, I think she is.
I think she's married to a dude.
Might be a real doodly looking chick, but I'm pretty sure she's.
Anyways, to get out of this, because it's something we don't know anything about, I think the point of it is what Big Fella here is saying: these young artists sell everything they've got to move out to Hollywood,
That's
and then
100%.
these record labels
That's
just
what it was.
use them and kick them back out. But that's the business. Sorry you don't like it. You didn't have to sell your shit in Missouri to go chase the dream out in California.
Yeah.
Tough shit. Like that's, hey, high risk, high reward.
Well, and I think probably parents anymore it's been such a thing, like people make it and it's publicized because we have so much media on everything. Like there was a time your parents would have not been supportive of such a thing. And you'd have to be pretty damn sure you were going to make it. But now it's like, oh, sure, sweetheart, go on out there. Maybe you suck.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to tell you.
She told if I ever wore a Grammy, I would go up here and in front of the most powerful people in music.
Wore a Grammy or won a Grammy?
If I won a Grammy, I would go up here in front of the most powerful people in music. I would demand that labels and the industry profiting millions of dollars off of artists would offer livable wage and health care, especially to developing artists.
Yeah, that's not the business
That's
you're
not
in.
how it works, though. Yeah, like you make your millions of dollars if you're good, but
Your record sales,
That is that old argument of everybody should get.
Does that have something to do with like the entitlement of Gen Z?
But here's the thing: if you're
I think it does,
if you're a
doesn't
good artist, then you're also writing songs before you go out there on your own, and you're
Yeah.
making royalties off those
Well,
songs,
that's what.
off of your craft. Now, if you're
She's
just a
singing
good
about
performer-
she's singing about dancing at a Pink Pony Club, which was like a gay bar.
Oh, I thought it was a My Little Pony thing.
No, the Pink Pony Club. Like she's
Or it was
singing
a
about dancing.
gentleman's establishment.
Yeah, Pink Pony Club. It was like a
Jump on it.
trans
Jump on it.
transgender
Yeah,
gay bar.
I'm
She's-
over it. I don't care about the Grammys, the Oscars.